It's no surprise that I'm a huge fan of turn-based strategy games. I grew up playing games like Fire Emblem and Gladius, but I seem to have missed out on a subgenre that has a devoted fanbase, and that is the Advanced Wars or Famicom Wars style turn-based genre. It wasn't until recently with games like Wargroove and Kaiju Wars where I really started to come around to this style of game. So when an upcoming game decided to bridge the gap between Advanced Wars and Wargroove, I immediately backed it on Kickstarter, and now it has a demo that's come out for everyone to try. But what is this game, and should you be as excited to jump into the fray? Stay tuned to find out. Developed by Lavabird and published by First Break Labs, Warside is a fast-paced turn-based tactics game. With a single-player story campaign, multiplayer support, and a built-in map editor, the fight for victory never ends. Choose your commander and assemble your forces and battle your way to victory. As someone late to the party for these tactics games where you must control buildings to boost your economy, which in turn boosts your military, I was pretty impressed upon first inspection. The art for the game is really nice, and while the two commanders you will be playing as in the demo look a little generic, the other commanders you encounter looked really unique, and really made me interested to see what sort of power they hold. The units all look distinct from one another, making it really easy to know what is what on the battlefield that will inevitably be littered with a variety of units. It's very obvious that the developers were utilizing what they felt made Advanced Wars and Wargroove strong in order to make Warside the game to fill the void for fans of the genre that haven't had a lot to cheer for in recent years. Unfortunately, while I do think it is a great start, there are definitely some areas where I think the game could use some tweaks. One immediate aspect that comes to mind is the UI. It's a bit strange to have to navigate to a menu to end your turn or use your command power instead of just being able to press a button at the bottom of the screen. And while this is a little nitpicky, having quit be the first item on the list and return to game as the last is a little bit counterintuitive, and I can see it being a bit of an annoyance in the future. The AI also seemed to have a weird prioritization in what to attack, and it's easily exploitable when you know that you can just ignore a tank for a while because it keeps uncapturing the property that you try to capture. I also countered an issue where in a 3-player free-for-all, the computer decided to forego removing the AI from a crucial factory in order to stop me from capturing a property. It sort of made me scratch my head, as there has to be some sort of value placed on their moves, but in all approaches to this situation, the decision it took was probably the least sound move. It felt like the AI prioritized taking out the player first before taking on each other, which led to me just pulling my units back until the two sides had weakened themselves, in which I was able to quickly gain control of the middle of the map. The strategy then became to ignore properties and just destroy the factories and barracks so the computer couldn't bring out any more units, and then it was just a matter of time before I would win. I really appreciated the changing strategy in this level, but I just felt like it went on for far too long, and it made me question whether or not I needed to start over or just call it quits. Overall, I personally enjoyed my time with the game, even with the excessively long 3-player free-for-all battle. With no command powers available in the demo, I think that's kind of the bridge that needs to be crossed in order to make these engagements not go on for so long. But it was still somewhat fun to have to keep thinking of a strategy to be able to take on two fronts at one time. A YouTuber named Mangs is known for his extensive coverage in these types of games, and he released an impression of the demo he got early access to, so I will link the video in the description below, as it seems like he got access to a map that included an airport, as well as being able to see a little bit more than I got to during my time with the demo. In the end, there are a few minor issues that I experienced during my time with the demo, and I wish that there was a little bit more varied content, but I do think it's a great start for those who are looking for another game to add to their Advanced Wars-like repertoire when it releases on January 28th of next year. But that'll be it for this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, be kind to one another. Shoutouts go to Relativity, Naughty Dog is King, Chaos, and Kamikalo alongside all those subbed to the channel. Don't forget to check out the Steam Next Fest that will be coming along in a few weeks, but either way, I will see you soon.